Hello, today we're going to do a quick run through on our Petoskey stone polishing kit. What you should have received is something that looks like this. It's an instruction manual. It's going to list what's inside of it and some basic instructions and a QR code, which is probably how you found this video. What's included is this little acrylic stand that you can put either of the stones on once they're done if you choose to. We include a flatter stone like this. That's a little easier to do, especially just if you want to do a flat surface. And then there's one that's slightly more challenging, a rounder stone. They're all going to vary in shape and size, but these are just what this kit had inside of it. We're going to have some micro alumina powder when you get to the polishing stage. There's a gift bag if you want to use that, and then you got your foam board here to rub against if you choose to with your sandpaper, 220 grit and 600 grit, and then the black felt pad that we use for the polishing powder at the end. Alright, to start with, you're going to get your pad and 220 grit sandpaper. You can add a little water like this. You can use a spray bottle. You can dip the whole paper in water, however you want to do it. You can continually dip the rock in water too, but we're going to do it a little time lapse here just because I don't want to bore you with how long it takes to do this. But you might need to repeat the steps here depending on what your stone looks like. As you start sanding, you're going to normally see this water change kind of a milky color from that's the stone grinding away on there. And you don't need to press super hard, but if you're not seeing that color on the sandpaper, you're probably not pressing hard enough. The method I like to use a lot of times too for this type of stone and even the round one is just doing it by hand, holding it in one hand and bringing the sandpaper to the stone. Alright, so that stone's getting really smooth, and we're going to proceed to the next grit on the 600 paper and basically go through the same thing again. We'll speed her up, and as mentioned, you may need to repeat some of these steps, but the goal is, and what you're doing here when you sand the stone, is removing any and all scratches from the previous sanding. So when you really want a super high polish, you're going to probably go all the way up to 5,000-10,000 grit sandpaper. But for this simple kit, we're just doing 220 and 600. After the area of the stone that you want to be polished, some people want both sides, some people may just want one side. But when it's at the appearance that you'd like and you're pretty happy with it, you can proceed to this polishing step. I just dampen the felt however you want, and then put the micro alumina powder on it and just rub it all around there. Again, you can take that pad up and just do it by hand too. You don't have to use that board, especially when you're doing the rounder stone. It's going to make it a lot easier. So I'm finishing this one up here and hitting the edges, and just doing a little clip here to show the final stages on the round stone as well. I didn't want to bore everyone with all the stages and taking that stone through as well, but hopefully you get the idea of what's involved here. If you have any questions with this, feel free to email us, but it's a pretty straightforward process. Alright, well, depending on the stones that you got, it may or may not take you, anywhere between an hour or two to achieve this type of result. But here's how these turned out. Not too bad, not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with them otherwise. Alright, well, if you're watching this video from scanning the QR code from a kit that you purchased, thank you very much for your business. And if you happen to stumble across this video another way and you're interested in these kits, I'll have a link to our website on the product detail page in the description. Alright, have a good day.